Little grommet.
The casting process is very specific. I have an agent, an acting agent. The casting director of a particular project will contact the agent, sees there are many of them, to say, there's this part in this film. Do you have any clients who might be, appropriate, right for it? And then because of COVID, what's happened is you don't meet the director in person anymore. You do a self-tape. So you can just record it on your phone. I put it on a tripod. They send you the script, the sides, and you film it. Maybe somebody off the camera reads the lines, and you act how you might play the part. Send it back to the agent, who sends it to the director. They view it. For the part of Paddy, I know that they saw over 70 people for it, so 70 self-tapes. And I remember when they asked me to self-tape for it, the day that they wanted it back was my birthday. And I said, I'm not doing it. It's my birthday. My birthday is far more important than this film. I said, if they're willing to wait a couple more days, I'll do it. But if they want it on the day, forget it. And I went round to a friend of mine's house, and he really helped me. And what we did, this you might find interesting technically, the camera was set up. He was behind there with a laptop. So because I hadn't learned it, the laptop was off screen, and he was scrolling it, and I could learn it. I could say it because I could kind of act off. Oh, I'm reading it, and then I come back and say. What I'm trying to say is, I didn't think about it. It was my birthday, and it was a pain in the ass. I kind of got the gist of it. Yeah, I just did it. And then, to my utter surprise, they said, they really liked your tape. Can we meet? And I met on Zoom about a few days later. And that's when we had the discussion about the accent and could I try something different. And I met Chris and Johnny online. And that's when I asked him my first questions. I thought I better have a decent question, to ask him. And that's when I said, "Oh, Johnny, can you tell me about religion in the film?" And he went, "No." Anyway, I thought, okay. Anyway, the next day they offered me the part, and that's when we had ongoing discussions, and that's when I went away, as I explained to you, about finding that particular accent. But by that point, I'd already got the role, so it was up to me.
Willie, wherever you may be, our prayers are winging their way to you.
I learned it all before I went, all the scenes, and was fully aware of what I thought was required, so that when I arrived, I was ready to go. But going to film on location is a very particular experience, because for a start, getting to the Isle of Lewis from London is not easy. You fly to Edinburgh in Scotland, then you change flights, you get a smaller plane, that's another hour, and then when you get to Stornoway, then you go to another hour and a half to where the location was. I mean, by the time with all the, the time waiting between flights and stuff, it's about 8-9 hours to get there. I lost the will to live when I got there. It's a bit like coming here. We all got on really well. I got on very well with Dondo and Sass and Ella.
Sorry about your dad, by the way.
He'll be fine. He's okay.
We were all in the middle of this very weird, remote place, and we all ate together, and we had a great time. Actors, when they come together, unless there's a total idiot in it, all get on very well. It's part of being creative, really. Yeah.
Him safely
God does not have a penis!
Do I have a favourite punchline from the film in general? Yeah. I mean, I think when Sass says, "Does God have a penis?" That's a pretty good line, isn't it? I mean, you'd be happy with that in a script as an actor. Hang on, I've got to say, "Does God have a penis?" I mean, that's a pretty good line. I think that Paddy is a priest. I think he is a spiritual, not religious, spiritual man. And you can only give an opinion from your own point of view. I don't believe in God as Mark, but I do believe in something. And I pray when no one's looking. So I really understood that line. I think it was unique for three reasons. The first one was that island is very special. As I keep saying, it was very remote, it was very long way away, there was something very calming and very spiritual, something about the sea. You know, it's an island. I was born on an island. I come from Guernsey in the Channel Islands, you know. The sea is part of my soul. And there was something very special about that. Secondly was the cast. You know, we all got on really, really well. And third reason was because it was a first-time feature, Johnny doesn't have the sensibility of an arsehole. He's not an idiot. He's just a gentle guy and he's humble. You know, there was no ego. And the same with Chris, who is the director. Chris is a producer of a TV series about these four young school kids called The In-Betweeners. It was a massive hit in the UK. He's a millionaire, but he's the nicest, kindest man, and the crew were very kind, and everybody was just friendly and warm. And I can tell you, going back to Harry Potter, the experience on Harry Potter, because it was so big that there was no interaction at all, because I was unimportant. I was a speck of dust in the great thing. But even if I'd had a lot to do, it was too big an organisation, you know. So all those things, Sarah, mixed together made it a very special experience. Yeah. Me and Johnny, he doesn't have many friends. I'm his only friend because they've all deserted him since working with him. He's not going to believe that I said that. I just said, I hope you see this, Johnny. I'm your only friend. No, me and Johnny really, really got on. And what was really lovely and touching about Johnny, and he waited to say this, he said, of all the characters that I wrote in the film, the one character that I couldn't cast that was just so difficult was Paddy, because it had to be someone that was quite unique. He said, I didn't know what it was that was unique, but as soon as you appeared on that self-tape, I knew it was you. And I was very touched by that, and we've become very good friends. He texted me this very morning, and very grateful that I'm here. I mean, he should be here really, but he's got other commitments, so he couldn't be here. But he would have liked to have been here, and that's why I'm here, in his place. So, yeah, I will work with him again, definitely.